This is my 3K sub collab with fellow content creator Jin Lee. We've been wanting to do this for a while, and thanks to you guys, we can, because we both reached our milestone. So this has been in the works, like I said, for a while, but we couldn't have gotten to this point without all of you. So huge thank you to all of you who've subscribed on YouTube, who've joined the Discord server, who've supported me on Twitch, and just I could not be more grateful to be a part of this incredible DFFOO community. Like, hands down, best community I've ever been a part of, like gaming or otherwise. I do have a first anniversary video coming out soon, like in a week, because the first anniversary of my YouTube channel is coming up on January 14th/15th. And I'll have a longer gratitude. I'll have a longer gratitude spiel, because I didn't want to be too redundant in these videos. But what you're about, the only difference between mine and Jin's videos are our respective intros, and huge thanks to Jin as usual for doing the edits. But basically what we'll be talking about is we go over our pull plans for basically all the content that is out in JP right now. Huge shout out to the Tonberry Troop. We go over, we use the planner that's available on the website, tonberrytroop.com, and I personally use the amazing planner that is provided via Google Sheets. So we do that, and then we also go over what we would like the Global First LD character to be. Not what we think, not who we think it'll be, but who we would like it to be. So that's what you can expect in this video. We've got timestamps in the description box below if you want to skip to a certain section or otherwise. But yeah, like I said, couldn't be more grateful to be a part of this amazing community. Jen and I kind of grew in the community at the same time. I'm grateful that I've gotten to grow alongside with him, because he's a fantastic person and content creator, and it's just been amazing overall just being a part of this community. So my longer thanks video will be a part of my anniversary video, which will feature, I guess I can say it now, it will be a compilation of all of my reactions over the course of 2020 and part of this month. So all of my reactions to the EX LD burst weapons, all condensed into one video. So I'm editing right now. It'll take a while, but I hope you guys enjoy it, because in rewatching the videos, it's been a lot of fun. So thank you guys so much for watching. We hope that you enjoy and that it helps out a lot. Definitely check out the description box below for a link to the Tonberry Troop website, as well as the global planner, because it's really, really useful. Even now, when I've got 450k gems and I'm capped on tickets, I'm still using it because it's still extremely useful. So definitely make use of it, and I hope you enjoy the video. In the link, in the description box, will also be a link to Jin's own video. So yes, thank you. I know I've said it sounded like I've been ending a couple times, but yes, enjoy the video, and let us know who you would like the Global First LD to be, and who you think it's gonna be, and who your next big gem pull is. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Hi all, Jin Lee here, and I'm always happy to be joined by Risfoina.
Cheers.
And I think we're going to skip the intros for this one, since this is mainly a video where we want to thank everyone for all your support for 3K plus subs. And yeah, if you don't know, yay! And if you don't know who we are, then you didn't support us, so no thanks for you. No, I'm just kidding.
Can you imagine if we actually said that?
I did actually just say that, but yeah, I'm just kidding though. In our own videos, we plan to have our own personal thanks in the beginning, so this is the collab portion of the video, obviously, where we will kind of go over how the both of us started and pretty much grew our channels together. And then we'll go over our general pool plans for the rest of the year, or up until where JP is currently, and that includes who we think or who we want the GL LD first to be.
Oh shit, I forgot to include that in the planner.
Oh. Okay, we can include we can include that when we get there. That's fine.
Okay.
And then the timestamps will be in the description and pinned comment to skip to wherever you want to. In case this certain portions you would rather skip. All right.
But you should watch all of it.
You should watch all of it. You should watch all of it for sure. I can't remember the first time we actually mentioned to everyone we were planning to do this video.
I think it was our Noctis pull battle. So like September.
Ah.
Because I think I had just reached 3K at that point.
Oh, right. But I think we've had this idea of doing the 3K collab vid ever since we like...
Since like July or something.
Yeah, since we like both reached 2K subs, I think. It feels like a long time ago, but it's not really either. Since you're coming up on your first year anniversary soon.
Yeah, like a week from today, basically, which is crazy. I'll have like a 1-year anniversary video that'll come out, I guess, on the year mark. So look forward to that, please.
Yeah. And I actually apologize. You've been waiting for me for like a few months now, but I don't think I'll ever catch up to you.
You're gonna surpass me soon enough.
Well, at least I have more OnlyFans subs than you do.
Yes, you do. I too have an OnlyFans account, and the number of followers are paltry in comparison.
Oh, now if you say that you have one, then you're gonna be beating me again.
No, I literally just said I have one, and you have way more than I do. I don't actually have an OnlyFans, just FYI. Yeah. Anybody watching, I do not have an OnlyFans.
Do not sub to some random Res Forna OnlyFans
I feel like
account.
I need to make that very, very clear.
Yeah, let's make that clear. All right. Well, our names somewhat go hand in hand together now in the DFFOO community, but people don't really know exactly why or how, since outside of collabs, we pretty much just do completely different content.
Well, you started doing poll videos, which is great. They're hilarious.
I did, because people started like... People think I take a lot of effort for this, but they're actually my lowest effort videos to make all those meme stuff. And so I figured if people enjoy them, then I'll do them. And I think most people kind of like... Well, people just mainly see us interacting on pool battles. And I think most people kind of figure we have like this... I don't know, like toxic relationship where we always like fight back and forth or something. But
I guess, yeah, from an outside perspective, especially somebody that's not in the Discord server,
right.
Which like plug, come join Respawn of 7th Heaven. It's a fun time. Good vibes only. Also, but you have to hate Seymour, so that's one thing. But anyway, yeah, like people like just seeing us on YouTube probably think that like we hate each other or something, or like it's just a very toxic relationship, as you said.
Right, like we're always fighting.
It's not.
Yeah. So yeah, we're nothing but supportive of each other outside. So I think it's funny how people see us together, but it's probably like 5% of how we actually are.
Yeah, that's...
But when those pool battle lights come on, you know, the gloves come off.
Yeah, because you've won 5 out of 6 times.
Should have been 6 for 6, but we won't go there. That was a shocker.
Oh, that was such a shocker. I'm editing my 1-year video right now, and I was looking over past poll videos, and that one was just epic. What an epic win.
That was epic. That was probably the one. That was probably our peak.
That was when we peaked.
That was when we were peaked. It's just downhill from here. But yeah, so we figured why not share a little backstory first. And I guess I can start since, yeah, even though you're actually the veteran DFFOO player, I am the veteran YouTuber. Yes, I have been playing DFFOO longer than Jin has. Yeah. It's my claim to fame. Yeah, I started maybe like a few months after. Yeah, not many people can say day one player much anymore. There's a lot of that quit. Yeah, day one, all because of VV. I was told that I could play VV in the game, and so I downloaded it. Yeah, the reason I started the game was because I was just bored, and on my cell phone, and I was like looking for what Final Fantasy game was on my cell phone, and this happened to be free, and I didn't want to pay like $10 for the other ones.
Wait, is that really how?
That is really how, yeah. I just searched Final Fantasy on the Google app, and then this was one of the ones recommended, and it was the only one of the free ones. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so then I started YouTube like 1.5 years after, which was like a good half a year before you, and I accrued a whopping...
Half a year or a year and a half?
I started a year and a half after I started playing the game, and then it was a half a year before you started.
Got it. Okay.
And by then I had accrued a whopping 250 subs to my name, and then you burst onto the scene shortly after.
No pun intended.
Yeah, no pun intended. So contrary actually to what some people might think, we did not know each other beforehand.
No, we didn't.
And I might as well clear up that we are not dating. We have never met in real life.
We're halfway
and
around
you don't have to
the
be
world.
So graphic about, like, no, we're definitely not dating. You don't have to be so dramatic, okay? Yeah, but we're not dating. We have never met in real life. And yeah, like you mentioned, we live on totally different
once
continents.
we do meet, it'll be epic. And that's when Jin will finally do a face reveal.
Actually, yeah. I mean, like, if we're going to be honest, that's probably when I actually do it. I mean, like, normally I troll about my face reveals, but that actually will be probably when I actually do it. If I ever meet up with Rez. But we can't travel right now, so you guys may still have to wait for another 2-3 years.
Oh my god.
But we are, of course, good friends, and Rez is probably the person who knows me the best out of all the people I've never actually met in person. So, yeah, it was like a couple weeks after you had already started making videos, back in the days where COVID was yet a thing. And
oh my god, wow. Yeah, it feels so long ago.
Yeah, you're still wearing normal clothes consistently in your videos.
No, I'm wearing my Tomberry like 9999
oh, are you really?
shirt.
That's the shirt.
Which is the video that I wore in my very first video. Yeah. I've worn, it's only over the summer that I wear like real clothes, because it's just, you just throw on a dress or something, but in the colder months it's pajamas.
That was the video, the shirt that you use for most of your thumbnails too, so it's pretty famous now. Yeah,
that's true. Until I learned how to like actually make thumbnails, kind of.
Kind of. Yeah, I remember, YouTube recommended me one of your first videos, and you mentioned you were a quarter Chinese and you wished everyone a happy Lunar New Year, so.
Yes, we had just done our big Chinese New Year celebration in my family. Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought, I was like, oh, I thought that was pretty interesting, and I wish you one as well. And I welcome you to the DFFOO community as like I was some like big time content creator or something, but I obviously wasn't. But you're still nice enough to sub to me anyways. And I think you were already at like 40 or 50 subs at that point, which was actually a lot considering it was only your second or third video.
Yeah, it was like my Echo video, I think, that really
Bart's video
caused the spike. The Bart's video, and then the Echo video, and then which was also a stripper off, but I didn't get any stripper off weapons in that Echo video. In that Echo video, I didn't even get her EX on screen. I got it off camera.
Right.
The start of the off camera pulls.
So yeah, actually, why don't you share where you started and what was going through your mind at that point?
Like my very first video?
Just like, what were you, or why you started, or what were you doing at that point?
Well, I had thought a while back that, hey, like maybe I can, because I'd been streaming on Twitch for like 2.5 years, but wasn't having like that much fun with it. I didn't really have that big of I was, streaming for like maybe 5 people at a time, and it's always more enjoyable with an engaging audience. Like that's why that's why you stream. So I took a hiatus, but my guilty pleasure was like watching gacha videos on YouTube. I used to watch them all the time. Now I'm like all gacha'd out, like for other people. So I only watch gacha videos for like, you know, other people in the DFFOO community. But I thought to myself, like, oh, why don't I, like, I'm pulling on these banners, why don't I start recording them? So I had actually recorded, I'd done a screen and audio recording of Renoa's EX debut, or like her character event, almost 2 years ago now, but never did anything with it. And I actually included it when her last chapter came out. But then I finally got like a setup, and then after I got back from Egypt last year, I was, you know, playing a lot of DFFOO, and then I thought like, oh, okay, I guess I might as well, like, it's now or never. And so I just did it for Rosa, and then I uploaded the video, I rendered the video, uploaded it, and then realized the next morning that the audio was totally fucked from the rendering because I had clicked the wrong setting. And then I uploaded it, and it, you know, got a couple comments, and I did one for Emperor, and then I did one for Bart's, and then I woke up to like 150 subs the next day, and then it kept climbing. It was very surreal. But
right, that was the video, the Bart's video that I talked to you for the first time in the comments, and then so like
it was on that video.
It was on that video, yeah. The Bart's, so it would have been your third video then.
Yeah, that was my third video, and then Aiko was the fourth. What was the Sephiroth comment on my first like chaos video for like chaos confronting the core or whatever, where I used Sephiroth and
exactly.
Celes.
The very next event was Stripperoth came. So yeah, right after
yes,
that,
literally
right
his costume.
It was literally
amazing.
The next event was Stripperoth came. And then, yeah, you had uploaded a video of you doing a chaos fight with the bare-chested Sephiroth and Rosa and Celes.
Oh my god. Beautiful.
And I was like, Respoina is a woman of culture. I love all of those units. So then, at that point, it actually kind of ties in with what I was mentioning with Soul during his and my full battle for Lightning, where I gave Soul like the lion's share of credit for helping push me to do the video on how everyone is using Sephiroth wrong. And then you get the rest of the credit, since you were the lucky first person that I pointed out to that you should use his skill 2 first. And I bet you were probably annoyed.
Don't you mean skill 1 first?
No, I mean, yeah, skill 1. Sorry. you were using his skill 2 first. And then I pointed out that you should use his skill 1 first and then go into skill 2. And I didn't understand.
Yeah. And then it was like a back and forth.
Yeah, and you're probably like annoyed. Like, how dare this person try to tell me how to play?
And then you made the video, and it all made sense.
Yeah, that is my MO now, telling people how to play. And then, so we had that whole discussion in the comment section about it, and then I made the video, and I gave you a shout out and thanks in it. And then
you did.
And then after that video, you suggested that we do a collab, and.
Oh yeah, for next global first character.
And I said, okay,
battle.
Yeah, we can talk on Discord. And yeah, not too long after, I introduced you to TCC, Crystal Chronicles Discord, and then we had the Aranea full battle, and then the rest is history. A nice history of me winning.
Yeah, the start of my demise. Those full battles.
Yeah, you were such a nice, bubbly person at first, and then eventually all this salt just started piling on and on. But yeah, that's how we kind of started together. I mean, at that point, after that video, like, it wasn't just. So I started gaining subs at that point, and then we both kind of grew from there.
Yeah, it was really fast.
It was. That's why I think we had a lot in common. Like, we talked about, like, just like the experience was very sudden for both of us. Like, 1 minute we have like only like 50 subs, and then next we have like almost 500, and then almost 1,000, and then it just kind of went from there.
It was wild.
And yeah, shortly after that, I can't remember exactly when, but you decided to start the Discord as well.
Yeah, I'd had like a one channel Discord server that I'd made for my Twitch like a few years ago, but it was so dead in there. And then I had a lot of people in the comments asking me if I had a Discord. So I like did a bunch of research and finally created my own server, another like WrestleMania 7th Heaven, which shout out to Jin for helping me out with the name.
Yes.
And we opened, and it was probably like a month after I started the channel. It's probably like end of February. And now we're at over 500 members, which is amazing. And it's become, everybody in the community has contributed to it being a really positive and fun and chill environment. That's how we like to keep it. But it's an absolutely amazing community that I'm very grateful to be a small part of.
Yeah, it's actually like, we have some people still that are from the very beginning. Like, actually, I was in you showed me your old Discord, and I went in there.
Oh my God, that's right.
And it was so like, I don't want to say pathetic.
It was a picture of Teddy.
It was really sad.
It was pathetic. It was really sad. It was like a picture of Teddy as the icon, which is probably the best part about it. But it was just one like general channel, and there was like nothing else.
It had like
on.
20 people chatting in one channel, if they were chatting at all. Yeah, it had.
It would constantly be like 2 months at a time with just nobody talking, like talking into the void.
Yeah, and then Halsey and the other mod and I were the first ones in the new Discord, and then it just slowly it's grown. It's pretty amazing how well it's grown.
Yeah, I asked you to be a mod after knowing you for a couple weeks, which in retrospect probably wasn't like very smart. Luckily it worked out well, but
I remember telling you
I probably should be a little bit more cautious.
I was like, you're a little too open and you're too nice. Like, I could have been like any like random stalker or something. It was luckily I'm not, so it worked out for you. But it's I remember telling you even around then, I was like, you're like really open and
I'm way too open. I'm way too much of an open book.
But yeah, I think that's actually how we kind of hit it off, because normally I'm not that open on the internet, so you kind of
and I'm too open on the internet.
Yeah, opened up, and I was like, well, I guess if she's sharing stuff, I might as well share some stuff. All right, and then so you introduced me to a whole bunch of stuff too, like all the weeb stuff. I give you credit for all the weeb stuff I know. Animes and stuff. I was not a weeb before.
But that is true. I did introduce you to basically all anime outside of Naruto. So
yeah, pretty much. Naruto was like the only anime I'd seen up until that point, and I still consider it like one of the best that I've seen. But which you haven't seen, which is kind of crazy. Like the only anime I've seen, you haven't seen, as a person who's seen like all the animes.
I haven't seen, like, I didn't really start getting super into it until a few years ago, like probably 5 or 6 years ago. But when I get into something, I kind of get really intense about it.
Yeah, and
I mean, the bookshelf behind me, like, I grew up reading a ton of manga, and I like grew up on that, but I didn't start watching like actual anime until like religiously until a few years ago.
I've still not read a manga to this day. It's just something I've never done.
I can't really picture you reading it anyway, so.
Oh wow, that's rude.
No, reading it. No, I can't picture you reading in general.
But yeah, now we're playing Tales of Custoria, which is another weeb game. No, I'm just kidding.
It's not a weeb game.
But yeah, anybody who
it's a great game though.
Into that game, and actually the Discord is no longer just about DFFOO. It's like Tales and anime, just random
food.
Anything. Anybody just hang out.
Gourmet as fuck. I think that might be my favorite channel. I was definitely like a little bit lit when I named it.
I remember when you made that channel.
We have a food channel in the Discord, and I was lit when I named it, and I just named it Gourmet AF. It lives up to the name.
It lives down also. I would say that not everything in there is the most gourmet food that's posted, but yeah. All right. So the Discord and everything will be in the description below if people are interested in seeing all the food pictures. And yeah.
And if you play DFFOO, if you play Tales of Christoria, if you're just looking for a fun and chill group of people to hang out with, come through.
And yeah, so enough.
Was that a good enough pitch?
That was actually not the greatest, but I'm sure people will join. All right, so enough of the past. Let's look to the future, shall we, and see what we will be.
Oh, great segue.
For. I know.
Great segue.
I am a pro at this host thing now. I'm like,
yeah.
I should be a talk show host after this.
What would the show be called?
Jin Lee's OnlyFans.
Oh my god.
I do want to give a shout out first and foremost to the Toneberry troop. Love all those guys.
Yes.
Resforna is
amazing.
Using their planner, and I am using their global timeline on their website, toneberrytroop.com.
Yeah, why don't you explain why you're not using the planner, Jin?
Hey, you don't have much to talk about this anymore, seeing as your research are quite healthy as well. But yeah, I don't use the planner.
Yes, they're...
Yeah, go for
ahead.
it. Your resources were healthy, you were saying?
Your resources are healthier than mine. We've got the same amount of tickets, but you've got like 300k more gems than I have. So Jin doesn't use the planner, but I don't have that same luxury because when I went to go fill in the planner and like, you know, chose the banners that I was going to be gemming, and then I realized that if it went worst case scenario for all of them, which like not likely, but it still could happen. And I still only put worst case scenario for LDs. I didn't even include burst, and I would have run out of gems by the time Terra's LD and burst came out. So I don't have that luxury of not being able to use the planner to plan my pulls.
Well, I would say that
it must be nice.
That's also because you started using the planner much later than I was. I used it like...
No, I started using it like over a year ago. No, definitely not.
No,
maybe
definitely
a year
not.
ago.
Definitely. Like, I started using
when
it
I
like...
started.
When did you start using it? It was... I remember telling you to use it.
Probably shortly after I started my channel.
No way. I was telling you to use it.
Like, this is coming from somebody that didn't even know that there was a JP version of the game until like a year and a half ago or something. I was so out of the loop.
You're one of the people, like in my how to manage resources vid, you're one of the people that I refer to as that I helped build their resources.
Yeah, I started saving once Pity came out, and that was almost 2 years ago, and that's when I like really started saving. But I didn't stop mixing until
saving is
like,
a
probably
kind of
era.
like a very... What are you talking about? But yeah, like you were trying to stop mixing for a while.
My definition of mixing, which I feel like I can, based on the stuff that I've luck sacked with tickets, I can justify spending a few tickets before going in with gems.
Right, that's fine. Before you would do YOLO multis and everything too. For a while.
Right, before burst. I've not done a YOLO multi since the burst era came out.
Yeah. So during the entire EX Plus era, I was using the planner, and that's how I budgeted my ingots and how I budgeted my gems and my tickets. And so the EX Plus era was pretty much how I accrued most of my savings, because I could skip a lot of EXs that came back around, and so on and so forth. So that at this point, I'm already kind of used to planning in my head, and the burst era is kind of confusing, where you don't know which banner you'll get the burst on. You don't know like where you'll get the burst, so it's really hard to plan. So I just kind of know what units I'm going for, and then have a general plan on tickets or gems, and then I just go from there. So also a short disclaimer, these are just our personal preferences. and there in no way should you pull guidelines, since we both
Oh my god, no.
pull favorites first and foremost.
Yeah, don't take this as gospel.
Yeah, definitely not, because we do pull our faves first. So we gem maybe some banners we shouldn't, but we do dabble in meta as well. But I wouldn't say this to follow this as a guide for any new player or anything.
No, this is just us showcasing our poll plan, since a few people have asked what ours would be.
All right, so let's start on January. After we're on Zande right now, so the next banner coming up should be Firion's Burst in LD. What are you planning for his?
So on the launch banner, I don't have Irvine's EX, so I've got 100 tickets set aside for that banner in particular. I'm not attached to Firion as a character. I don't even have his EX because I still haven't used my original DE tokens for the protagonist, and he's the only protagonist that I have he's the only protagonist EX that I still don't have yet, but I figure I might as well wait for this banner to see if I get it, and then I'll, have my pick of if I want an extra sphere of something. I don't even know who that would be.
I've always wondered why, because there's only one person left, you might as well just use it. But then you don't have Irvine.
And if I'm pulling on the Irvine, right, and then Firion's on the other banner, so I guess I might as well token it. So yeah, I've set aside 100 tickets on that.
And you used him 35 CP, and you had his EX tokens available, and you used his 35 CP for the Emperor.
In Emperor's last chapter for the challenge quest, I used him at 35 CP.
It's so wrong. He's not gonna give you his LD.
He might. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, when we're going through this, should we each go through all the burst banners, or just each banner? And
we'll go through every banner back and forth.
Okay,
so
sounds good.
For the Firion's release, I will ticket it pretty hard, because what I advise to people generally, if you need to save resources, you should get the LD of the featured burst character, so that it makes the challenge quests and the future Lufenias or anything that you might need a strong unit for, that they're built for also, to have the LD of the featured burst character. So I will try to get Firion's LD.
I should probably change. Yeah, I should probably change mine to 200.
100 is pretty low for a very valuable character.
Yeah, I think I might change that to 200.
I would use 200 or more. I would probably go 300 at least. I mean, myself at least. That's my plan. Is to go
I mean, I have no self-control, and I'll probably be triggered if I don't get the LD in 200 tickets. So who knows? But hopefully, I can just change the 200 to a smaller number. But I'm doing okay on tickets, so I don't feel too.
Yeah, you can't get on me for capped tickets anymore, seeing as you're capped.
I can't. I can't. But all it takes is just a really bad spill, which I've had plenty of those where I lose self-control and use way too many tickets.
Yeah. So what about Exdeath LD release?
I'm just planning on doing 50 tickets. I don't really care about Exdeath. The only thing is that I don't have any of his gear. I don't even have his 35, much less his EX. I don't have Gilgamesh's EX, so it would just be I might be in trouble for the challenge quest.
That's what I was wondering. the only reason I would pull is if the challenge quest I have issues with. So that's a big reason for me to get Firion, because I need his LD at least for here. And then I would use Warrior of Light, who I have his burst at least for. But I don't have Gilgamesh.
Yeah, I don't have his burst.
Yeah, that's the only burst I have that you don't have. And
well, let's Cloud until I exchange my burst tokens finally.
Yeah, you were going to get Cloud anyways. I realized that anyways. And so I won't be pulling hard at all on that one. If Firion's goes bad, I'm just gonna use any tickets I would have used on Exdeath to try to get Firion's LD still. So
yeah,
this is pretty much a skip banner for me, just because I have nothing for Exdeath. I don't care for him. And Gilgamesh, I don't have his EX either.
So yeah.
So the only reason I would pull, and just because I have a completion, 100% completion issue, is if I couldn't be the challenge quest, but I'm pretty sure if I have Firion LD and Warrior of Light Burst, I should be okay. So pretty much a skip from me there.
I might not be though.
And then and then what about Decil LD?
Oh, I actually need to update this because I just I don't think I saw that clearly. I think I would do 200 to try and get Decil's LD, especially since I skipped Sunday. Well, I tried 50 tickets and didn't get anything, and I'm not going back in because I don't want to risk getting a dupe cloud burst.
yeah, you don't go back in. And I don't have Xande either, so I would definitely, and Decil is way cooler to me than Xande ever will be. I
much prefer Decil, even though you haven't played FF4, but that's fine.
But I mean, like, this is like the best banner for me. That was rude. Yeah, I haven't played 6 either. But you haven't played Tactics, which is the most. I haven't played Tactics. That's the most blasphemous. So
how dare you? 6, I feel, is way more blasphemous, and 4 than Tactics. I do really want to play Tactics, though. I will soon. I promise. Yeah. If anybody cares.
I do wish that I could play 6, but I probably won't be doing it anytime soon.
Yeah, you still need to finish your playthrough of Chrono Trigger.
That is true. So,
which he also has never played.
So this banner, I don't have any of the units for, actually. Like, Kayn has eluded me forever. Leon has eluded me forever. And Decil, I do have his EX, but I don't have his LD. So I will be pulling pretty hard on this one. With tickets still only, though.
Yeah, watch. I didn't have Kayn's EX until Renoa's LD banner, and then I got 7 of them. So before I got her LD. So good luck. Yeah. Good luck to both of us.
Good luck to both of us. This is the banner that worries me the most. This one and Firion's, because I do want both of their units, but I don't want a gem. So we'll see how it goes.
Right.
And then afterwards is the probably going to be the GL first announcement. We don't know when it will come.
Fuck! I keep forgetting that I have to put that in the planner. I'll just put it in for Dark Knight Cecil for now, so that my gems will update.
Like, actually, what is the anniversary again? Is it end of January or beginning of February?
It's actually beginning of February, but I feel like it's beginning of February.
Like very beginning,
I think it's like February 3rd or something.
Yeah, so it'll probably be announced in the stream for sure then.
Yeah.
And
it'll definitely be announced on stream, which I'll probably do a live stream of the stream. So come join and watch with us when it comes out.
Yeah.
Shameless plug.
Who do you think the top, or who do you want to be the top 5? Who do you want to be the GL first?
Oh man. Okay, I made a list. So my favorite characters so I've got a beautiful YouTube and Twitch banner made by My Fantasy, who's a super talented artist, and also used to play DFFOO and was a great content creator for it, but recently is now doing some other stuff. But she made a beautiful banner for me, and it features 5 of my favorite characters, who are Terra, Celes, Tifa, Aerith, and Lulu. And 4 of those characters already have an LD. The only one that doesn't is Lulu. And Lulu is in serious need of an upgrade. I love her dearly, but she really, really needs a rework and an upgrade. So I would flip out if she were the global first LD. Another one that I would really love to see, which I know 40 had in his video too on his wish list, but not who he thought it was gonna be, is Rydia. I love Rydia. I pitied her in secret. I pitied her EX in secret, in a rage pull that Jin knows about. Yeah. So it would be very cool to have her. Like, she's also an enchant, an imperiler, and she hits like a truck, but she just needs a little bit more in her kit. I'd also love to see Realm get an LD. Like, a lot of FF6 units have been getting LDs recently, which is awesome. So I would love for Realm to get one, although she's probably the one on my list that least needs an update since she is still Lufenia viable at this point.
I love using her.
She's so fun. I might use her in the Sunday Lufenia, but I still need to do Cloud's Lufenia. And then next one would be Fran. I would love to see Fran get an LD. She was probably, I ended up 3-3ing her a month after I got her. I was still on the fence, and you actually convinced me to take the plunge, and she and Shadow were probably the units that I got the most like ROI, like return on investment on. I used her so much, and with Shadow she was super fun since she does ranged imperil, but her kit is a little bit dated now, so I would love to see her get an update, especially since getting her EX, I've since actually played FF12, and she is amazing, and I love her. And then the last one is a tie between Leo from FF6 and Zac. Zac, because I think he's actually like a pretty likely contender.
How are they a tie? That's blasphemy. Leo and Zac is a tie?
Only because, and Zac is probably one of my favorite ever. He's in my top 10 favorite Final Fantasy characters, absolutely. The only reason, and this isn't in any particular order or anything, this is just the order in which I thought of them, but for Zac, the only reason it's like a tie is because we know that he's going to be getting an LD and a burst at some point. And he's gonna be absolutely OP. Like Yuna just got her burst in JP. Hers is a spin-off game, like Crisis Core is a spin-off game. Or like, you know, not a main entry or whatever. So we know that he's getting one at some point. But Leo's already been passed over a bunch, and like there's no guarantee for when his is gonna come out since he's a chapter character. So it would be very cool for him. I would be very happy if Leo got it, but I would be ecstatic if Zac got it too. So those are my 5/6. What about you?
Well, I think it's kind of funny that Zac is the only person I have that you have, which...
Really? You don't have Fran on there? I thought you might.
Fran was the first person, like, I limited it to 5, so Fran was number 6, unfortunately.
I cheated.
Yeah, you cheated.
Sorry.
Fran would have been in if I had 6. If I had 6, Fran would have been in. But Zac...
Can I guess one of yours?
Yeah, you can guess.
Okay, is Rem on your list?
Rem, yes. Yes, she is.
Okay, I thought so. Yeah, one of the few units without a brave attack plus.
Yeah.
Poor girl. And you love using, I mean, she's such a great unit.
She's such a great unit. I still love you. I use her like so much. She's probably my second unit after Serah that I've used in DFFOO the most. And so, yeah, like you mentioned like Zac getting a BT, I figured that for the GL first, like it doesn't mean like if they're getting a BT later down the line, they can't be an LD first on GL.
Oh,
because
totally.
on GL, they can give the LD only. And then in JP, when they come, they can get the burst and the LD extensions. So I figured that it doesn't really matter if they get the burst or not eventually down the line.
Yeah, especially since we've seen characters get their LDs first when we know their bursts are coming later, like Emperor and
exactly.
Ultimecia.
So Zac and Vincent are on my list for that.
Vincent.
And so Zac, Vincent, and Rem, I feel like are actually good chances to get the LD burst. Because they're also hype characters, and Rem is like a first character like Vivi. Vivi, her, and Warrior of Light are the very first characters in the game. And then 2 that I don't feel will be getting it, but I would love is number 1 is Selphie. I just love her in the game a lot, and I love her kit, so I would love it if she got an LD.
She's so fun.
And then someone whose game I've never played before, but I love to death in the DFFOO game is Aphmau. And if Aphmau got an LD, I would so love that. So those are my 5.
All very fun choices.
Aphmau, I think, is the unit that I love the most that I've never played the game for.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I haven't played any Final Fantasies after 12, and I obviously didn't play 11, but anything after 12 I haven't played. And then I haven't played like 1 to 3. No, I did play 3, but I never beat it. But I haven't played like 1, 2, and 5. But there are plenty of characters that I use that from games that I haven't played, like Ramza.
Right. I haven't played.
Which, speaking of which.
Yeah, speaking of Ramza, that was a good segue. Ramza is our next.
Yeah, you're not the only one that knows how to do good segues.
But yeah, I haven't played 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pretty much the early games except for 1. And although I did play that weird, I wouldn't say weird one, what's it called? Mystic Quest. That was like made by Final Fantasy for beginners.
Oh, wow.
I did love that game, yeah. But then I played all the games from 7 and up, which is why I love 7. That's the one that got me into Final Fantasy. And then the only ones I didn't play were the MMO ones. Otherwise, I played all the ones from 7 and up. So I haven't played 11 or 14. But yeah, so I ruined your segue into Ramza, but Ramza, what is... We both know our plans for Ramza. That is going to be our next pool battle.
Yeah, round 7.
Round
right?
7. Yeah, that would be round 7.
Round 7. Yeah, that'll be our next pull battle, and we're battling for both the LD and the burst, right? Or just the LD?
I think we have to do the LD.
Because if I get the LD early, then I'm tokening.
Yeah, because it depends on if we token or if the next banners, how they, like, if they have free pools, we don't want to go all the way to burst. So unfortunately, we can't do it, even though that's more fun. I wish we could. It's a really bad use of resources. So it would be to the LD burst only. But yeah, we're definitely gonna go gems on Ramza's for his burst. I'm gonna get his burst eventually on one of the banners. It depends which one. So I've got 20 tickets planned still, because I mean, you can't even say that it hasn't gotten you anything, because remember our Arciela pull battle when you got Arciela EX and 14 tickets and avoided having to spend 70k like I did? Right, I remember that.
Do you remember that, Jin? Do you remember that?
Vaguely. I remember vaguely. But yeah, we can do 20 tickets if you want. But yeah, generally we're gonna go gems on the Ramza banner, and we both have Machina's LD already, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, we both luck sacked that LD. I remember you luck sacked it, and then I luck sacked it earlier.
Yeah, exactly. So we're just gonna go on the Ramza LD banner, and then Caius LD is next.
Yeah, I've got 50 tickets for that, just because I don't have Noel EX either, or like any of Caius's gear, so I figure I might as well spend a few tickets.
I don't think I'll spend anything on there. Depending on my resources, I don't think I'll spend anything on there. I have Noel's gear already.
Because you already have Noel's EX.
I have Noel's EX already.
This would mainly be for the challenge quest.
Yeah, and I don't like chasing characters that I don't have the LD or EX for, because if I get one of them, then I have to go deeper for the other one. So it's generally a sinkhole of resources. And so if I was gonna like go for a banner outside of the original Ramza LD banner, if I had to pity his burst, if I luck sacked his LD and I had to gem a different banner, I would be gemming Guy's banner. Just because
I've only got... Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Just because I like what he does more than Caius, I guess, but I don't really care for his banner either.
Yeah, I'm not too crazy about either of them. I've got 50 tickets set aside for both of them. Like Guy, his main thing is like he enchants and imperils Earth, right?
Yeah, and if you have Gao.
Something like that. Yeah, which we both have Gao. And like Gao, super underrated. Oh my gosh. I've had so much fun with him. He is such a fun unit. But yeah, if I don't get Guy or Caius, like I won't be too broken up about it.
Yeah, that's why like I wouldn't mind like if we had the pool battle on Ramza's for his burst on that banner too. It's just if we luck sack, then you would token, so it doesn't really work out that much.
Right.
But I don't really care for the other banners that has Ramza's BT on it, so.
Right.
Then that leads us into Ultimecia's Burst in LD with Penelo's LD release.
Yeah, this is one of the banners that I had to switch from gems to tickets. Because I've already got Ultimecia's LD, and I do really, really want Penelo, but I'll have a ton of tickets by that point still, and I need to build up my gem stash, so I've got 200 tickets set aside for her.
This is one of the banners where I will be confused the most about. I really want Penelo's LD, but not enough to commit gems. So it's kind of like, it might be a mistake going tickets first, but I will probably go tickets because I also have Ultimecia's LD already too. But we'll see. It depends on what my stash is for both gems or tickets. I might switch to gems, but,
right.
But right now I do have her set as tickets as well. So let's hope the tickets work out.
Fingers crossed. Are we doing a are we doing a ticket pull battle for that? I can't remember.
I don't know. We kind of discussed it, but normally I don't do things for tickets because it takes forever sometimes, especially with the lag on the server. But we'll see. If we both end up doing gems, maybe. Who knows?
Maybe.
But we do have Jack's LD release next.
Yeah, Jack, I Luxact his EX, and I'm really hoping that I can do the same for the LD, because the main reason why I want to get his LD is because his LD call ability is really good, right? Yeah,
it's really good. That's the thing. Like, I'm not gonna recommend. Like, I know it's really good, but I don't know. I hesitate to recommend anybody pulling, especially gems, for a unit call ability. I don't.
That's like.
I don't advise that. I mean, so if you like him, definitely gems and the call ability is a bonus, but I don't care for Jack. So I will try to just ticket him in a certain amount, but if I don't get him, then I'm not going to be too worked up about it.
Yeah, I've got 100 tickets set aside for him. So if I get him, great. If not, that's fine. I mean, that's what I say now, but I can't walk away from banners.
But the benefit of us having Ultimecia's LD is that if I invest more tickets in chasing Jack's LD, it doesn't feel as wasteful if I have the chance to get Ultimecia's Burst.
Right.
Which is the same reason I would go for Krile's LD. Just gives me more chance to get Ultimecia's Burst. And Krile, I'm okay with, but I'm never going to gem her, so it would just be some...
She's so cute. But
some tickets.
Tickets for Krile.
Tickets for Krile, yeah.
Yeah, I have 100 set aside for her.
Wow, you have a lot of 100 set aside. It doesn't sound like you're gonna be able to stick to hundreds for these. I've
only got two so far where I've got 100, and it's Jack and Krile. So I don't know where you're getting a lot from. I've got a lot of 200s.
You had 100 for Firion before too, and you changed it.
Oh, I did, and then I changed it.
Yeah.
See, guys, it's the thing with planning is that it's always changing, and you got to adjust it based on how your pulls go, or like when you actually go through it and realize that you should probably adjust some things. But I highly recommend using it.
Yeah, I highly recommend planning. So at least you know like how many resources you might have around that. If you stick to your plans, then you know like, oh, I can afford to use more tickets because my plan gives me extra tickets, or I can use gems because my plan gives me extra gems, or you choose to not do either because you know that you need to save more. So that's what the planner is best for.
Right.
And then what are you doing for...
What are you doing for Hope?
Yeah, I can answer first. Just the same tickets as well. I have all the EXs on there, and Hope is one of the most annoying people in Final Fantasy 13. He's okay in 13 too, but God, he's awful in 13. So he has a nice magic and peril, but I'm not gonna gem or use too many tickets for him. But I do have tickets set aside for him.
I've got 200 tickets set aside for him, just because I really like my magic users, and magic in peril would be nice, but also because I don't have Cloud of Darkness EX,
right?
And so it would be nice to get her too.
That's like the only like chase. Well, it wasn't even really a chase, but the only EX you quite wanted, but you didn't get in the past.
Yeah.
Years.
Rip. I didn't even get her 35. I didn't even get her 35.
Yeah. So Onion Knight is next. That would be the next burst after Ultimecia and his LD.
Right.
So we both have Gau's LD. So obviously we will be ignoring that banner. But what are you planning to do for Onion Knight?
For Onion Knight, I'm planning on doing 200 tickets for the LD, but I might go to, like, if I don't get it, I'll probably go to 300. This is a banner that I'm not quite willing to gem, but I'm willing to go deeper with tickets if need be. Although I don't have Cater EX, so it wouldn't be that bad, but for now I've got 200 tickets planned.
I do have all the EXs, including Caters, because I think I got it off the free pool.
You got it off the free.
Yeah, and so this is kind of like Firion, where I will go pretty deep in tickets for the LD, at least 300. It's just kind of like the featured character, and Onion Knight is quite good too, so I will try for his LD.
Really good.
This is a banner that I will try hard with tickets for. So when I say hard with tickets, it's 300 and up. Hopefully I can stop, but it's tough.
Yeah, I might update this to be 300 because, yeah.
yeah, those are the I would say important pickups.
I'm just hoping that I can adjust some of these numbers and make them lower.
Yeah, that's always nice.
Number of tickets to use lower.
Kind of like your whole Cloud banner section, and
yeah, Cloud and Beatrix, they were very nice.
That was very nice.
I was ready to use 200 tickets on both, so it was nice to see my ticket stash in the planner go up
by 400. Yeah, that's how you cap. That's pretty much how you cap.
Yeah, basically.
And so Arciela,
what are you doing for Arciela? Speaking of,
I have all. Wait, do I have Prishes? I don't think I have Prishes yet, but I will.
I don't think you got Prish because you got Arciela EX on 14 tickets.
Yes.
And then I got Prish EX right afterwards, and then had to go.
That is true. Yes, it wasn't quite a flashbulb moment for me as it was for you, so you do remember better. I don't have Prish EX then. And then so I will be ticketing this, but not that hard, because I will. Hopefully, I would have OK, and I would have Renoa, and I would have Arciela's EX at least. But I don't plan to go too deep on this. But I will be ticketing it.
Yeah, I've got 200 tickets set aside for it.
And then the next one is a pretty big one too.
Ceodore.
I
haven't played the After Years, but it's FF4 related. This is like the one banner that I might gem. I've got it set for 75k gems right now, just because if I don't have Onion Knight burst, and I do want the burst, this would be the banner where I would pull for it. But also because like you need to get all of Ceodore's kit since he's a new character. But depending on like my previous, which honestly the next the only gem pulls that I'll be doing before then will be Global First and Ramza. Right. So I'll probably be itching to use my gems at that point. So hopefully I can snag Onion Knight burst, but that's probably the banner where I'll be using gems.
Right. That's how like people can see from our plans like how little gems we actually use, and that's how you can save gems, because we're gemming the same banners pretty much. And outside of Penelo, which is a possibly question mark, we have like it's been over 2 months now that banners we've gone through, and we've only gemming twice. So that's generally the average that you want to be at. And
yeah,
I don't think I'll gem Ceodore, but I do really want his LD, and I do want Sid's EX as well. I don't even have that yet, so.
Oh, you don't? Oh, I got it randomly on a free pull a while back. But in my JP account that 40 actually created for me back in like April or something, I remember doing a few tickets on Arciela's banner and Ceodore's banner, and I got Ceodore's LD on the first ticket and his EX on like the 10th, and then Arciela LD on the 3rd ticket. So I'm really, really hoping that that luck carries over to global. But I'm also worried that I might have just used up my luck on those banners already. That's why I don't pull on JP anymore for fun.
Very superstitious.
I'm superstitious. Very superstitious.
But I'm pretty sure I will just, depends on my resources, but I'll probably just use tickets for him, because the next person coming up is Pecil, who I will most likely be gemming for his burst. Originally, I wasn't going to, but I was looking at all the units that I'm not pulling on in between, and Pecil is a solid character, and I like him as well. So most likely I'll be using gems on Pecil for his burst and LD. What about you?
I've got 200 tickets set aside for that. I should probably update it to 300, but I'm at the point in my planner where I'm using, it's very ticket heavy, and so by the time like Keiss's banner comes out, I'm down to 88 tickets, so I can't even increase that to 300, but I am planning on gemming the Gabranth banner, because I fucking love Gabranth, and that's when his LD comes out, so I'll ticket the Pecil LD banner, and it's probably one of the banners that I'll go like deep with tickets on if I need to.
Right, because he's also one of the featured LD burst characters as well. So I have a question for you. You said that you're planning on gemming Ceodore but ticketing Pecil. Do I have that correct?
I'm gemming Ceodore but ticketing Pecil's LD.
Oh, see, you're playing the risky game again. Yeah,
I know, but it's one of the banners where I'll go, deep on tickets for his LD, or I might just switch the two. The thing is, I don't want to spend gems on more than one banner, so I don't know. I guess maybe I should switch the gems from.
I would suggest
Paladin
switching.
Cecil. Yeah, I should probably. Okay, I'm gonna switch so that it's 75 gems for Paladin Cecil LD and Burst, and instead 200 tickets for Gabranth. See, this is it's always evolving. It's always fluid.
Yeah. You either switch with Gabranth or you switch with Ceodore. I still don't. Yeah, Ceodore is gonna really depend. If my tickets don't take too much of a beating, because right now for like the previous 4 or 5 banners, I'm set to use like 800 tickets. So if my tickets don't take too bad a beating, then I'll probably use tickets on Ceodore LD. But then you wouldn't have that many tickets to go hard on Pecil anyways. So yeah, you definitely.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I've already switched it so that I'm using gems on Pecil LD and tickets on Gabranth. But I'm saying, like, if I, the ones that I have for Krile, Hope, Onion Knight, and Arciela, those are all assuming worst case scenario of 800 tickets total. So if I get to save like 200 tickets of those, which would just be 50 tickets across all those banners, then I might switch to tickets for Ceodore.
Right. All right. And then we both have...
What are you doing for Keiss?
Oh yeah, Keiss. So we are both obviously going to skip the Start Dash banner, which is... So you see, anybody who said like, wait for this Start Dash banner, like how useful has Lightning been all this time? Like she's the one carrying a lot of teams through the Lufenias right now. And waiting for this banner doesn't mean that you're going to get all 3 of their LDs and burst just by pulling on that banner too. It's still the same amount of chance to get her burst on this banner. So I always, anybody who asks, wait for the start dash banner to pull for lightning or squall or cloud, it doesn't work. This is where their
Squall probably makes sense.
Yeah, this is where their usefulness kind of starts dying. Except for Squall, this is where he gets his update.
Except for Squall, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the same rationale that I had when people are like, it's okay, their EX is coming back, you know, in XYZ, like for Alpha No, like EX is coming back, you know, on Renoa LD banner where I did get his EX 3 more times, but I used Alpha No so much and like from his EX release until that point. Like that's why, you know, when I went in so deep for a lot of EX pluses, it's like, am I really going to be using them at all or as much or even at all when they come back? Like Rydia, for example, I had so much fun using her, even though I pitied her, I had so much fun using her. And then I had a fully built Rydia for the what CQ is it? Was it Odin? Was that the Odin CQ that was just like Cancer or Bahamut?
Wasn't she was with Kuja.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that she was Bahamut. That was Bahamut.
Yeah. Yeah. So I had so much fun, and like that's the
right.
It's the same thing for this.
It really depends on the unit, of course, like because what like Lightning, for example, is like a hard carry for hard content too. Like you weren't using Rydia to carry you, so it really depends on like what you're pulling the unit for. If you're waiting for Lightning,
yeah,
just
for Rydia,
because,
for me, it was mainly about her being a fave.
Yeah, right. So if you pull for a fave, then it's not a big deal. If you use them a lot, then it's worth it. But if you're waiting just for like, because it's the most efficient pull, it's not the most efficient pull because Lightning is not as useful anymore.
Right, yeah. And you're still not guaranteed.
And you're not guaranteed to get her.
You still could go 125k.
Yeah. And then not get like hardly any of the weapons that you wanted. Yeah. All right. So for Keiss is a kind of funny thing. I probably will, depending on my resources, I might skip it completely because I will.
Oh, really?
Gabranth more. Yeah, because I'm not gemming either of these banners, unless I lucksack Pecil's burst, LD early, then I will gem the Gabranth banner. Otherwise,
yeah, that's probably what I'll do.
Yeah, otherwise, so Keiss is just tickets, or if I'm saving tickets, then he would get nothing because, I already have all the units there, and I probably shouldn't have any issue with him. He's already kind of pretty broken without his LD, and I don't even know what his LD does.
Like, I don't know what a lot of these LDs do is also the thing.
Yeah, actually, it really doesn't.
So some of these will be game time decisions.
Yeah, it actually doesn't really matter. Like at this point, I'm planning, not like sometimes I have an idea what they do, but I'm mainly planning because whether I like the unit or I want the unit.
Right.
So like I ticket my wants and I gem my needs. That's pretty much the bottom line. So when I say I'm ticketing something, it means I don't need them, but I want them. And so like Keiss is, I don't want him enough to use my tickets if I have very little tickets left. But depending on if I'm capping.
Yeah, that's when my ticket stash starts to dwindle.
Because it's hard to plan that far ahead. You don't know how many tickets you're going to be saved by that point. So I just have an idea that I will ticket him minimally or not at all, depending on my ticket stash. And Gabranth will be a larger ticket amount for Gabranth.
Yeah, I've got 200 set aside right now for both of them, which of course I just swapped the Paladin Decil LD banner and the Gabranth banner. I might reallocate 50 tickets from Keiss to Gabranth because, like you said, I prefer Gabranth just as a character. But yeah, it'll really depend because I have it set, like if I use 200 tickets on the Keiss banner, then I'll be left with 88 tickets on the Gabranth banner. So I'll really need to I'm hoping that, these worst case scenarios don't happen, but it'll probably, that those two banners will probably be a game time decision for like how many tickets I use.
Right. That's why I always advise people, that's why planning helps because people like to, you know, always just throw some tickets to try their luck on a banner. But that's just like throwing tickets.
It adds up.
Into a random banner that you could have saved for a banner that you actually want a better chance of getting that unit. So that's kind of the situation where, like, if I threw like 100 tickets for Keiss, that's 100 tickets less that I could use for Gabranth, which I would rather want Gabranth, right? So that's why I saved I skip completely some banners if I'm short on tickets.
Yeah, we'll just have to. I'm just hoping that I don't hit worst case scenario with many of these.
Yeah, but you have to think, like, it's not just like worst case scenario. Your worst case scenario is far worse than 200, if we're being honest.
I know. That's the thing.
So worst
I'm
case
really
scenario
gonna have to.
Could be a lot more, but then you could luck stack some, obviously, so it might balance out. But yeah,
right.
It's hard to plan that far.
Yeah. And just as a reminder for anybody looking at my screen right now, the only reason I've got 75k gems and 200 tickets on the Dark Knight Cecil line is because there's not a line here yet for a global first LD, and I'm assuming that I'm going to be gemming that. So that's why that's there. Don't mix that many gems and tickets. Don't do it.
If there was like it would have to be quite a bad character for me not to gem the GL LD first. Like someone I completely don't care about. Like I don't even know anymore. Like if it was Steiner, I probably would skip.
Yeah.
No offense to Machalenta, but Steiner is like one character I don't care about at all. There's some characters that I probably wouldn't gem if they're GL LD first, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna release a hype character. There's no way they'll make it like a.
Oh, Balthier LD would be so cool.
Balthier would be pretty dope. Yeah.
That would be awesome. Especially since he's one of the characters that, like, he doesn't use his quickenings. He's only got one of his quickenings as his skills.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're at Emperor Burst now.
We are Emperor, and this is
going to be rough gem time for me.
This is a rough time.
For both of us.
I mean, for both of us. This is why we saved the gems from the previous banners, because now it starts getting spicy. So, obviously, we're both going for Celes LD. And that's gems.
Yep. I'm doing a pull battle with Ink Welder of the Tomberry Troop for that.
Yes.
So I've got 75k gems. I doubt that Ink will want to do 20 tickets beforehand, so I don't know.
No, he probably won't.
No, he will not. But we both already have Emperor LD, which is nice, so we can just totally skip that first banner. And then we're both doing 75. I mean, we're doing a pull battle for Aerith, right?
Yeah, we are. So Aerith and Celes. So we actually, luckily we have Emperor's LD because we might get his burst pretty easily if we're doing gems pools on 2 of his banners. Right. I really hated the fact that he was the burst character. Like, I knew that I would gem these banners, and I was like, why does it have to be a character that I don't care about? Like, I could easily
I like
skip.
Emperor. I think he's fabulous, but like I've never played his game, so. Yeah.
I mean, he's fun to play. I like his mechanics, but other than that, I
love his LD.
I really wish it was a different burst character. Like, somebody I really wanted.
Golbez would have been amazing.
Yes, Golbez. I would love him more. Yeah, that would have been much better.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Celes and Aerith both taking our gems. So,
and hopefully they don't run away with them.
Eald'narche is definitely where I will stop gemming.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if I will, depending on how salty I am, I might not even use tickets on him.
Yeah, I've got blank next to him right now. I might split up tickets between like him and Aranea, but knowing that Eald'narche comes back with his burst later, I don't particularly care about the character anyway, but like his LD won't be that limited.
Right. But you can always get his LD later if you get his burst. But
but his burst doesn't come out on that banner. It's just his LD with Emperor Burst.
Oh yeah, no, but I'm just saying that there's no reason to go for his LD now just because he comes out with a burst later. Because when his burst
Right,
comes,
no, I'm saying, I'm saying, like, there's no, like, Eald'narche's LD isn't as limited as others that we're going for that have yet to be rerun.
Right.
That's what I mean.
Okay, gotcha. So the reason I would skip Eald'narche mostly, if depending on my resources, is because I would rather pull on Aranea LD.
Yeah, maybe you'll have the same luck that you had on our pull battle for her.
Maybe.
And hopefully I don't. Even though after pitying her, I then got her EX on the free pull, of course, when she came back.
Actually, I don't have the twins EX. Ugh, I can't believe I don't have the twins EX. They're on Eald'narche.
Oh no.
Again. I should pull there just to get their EX. The one missing from my collection.
It's a great plan. Yeah, I've got 200 tickets set aside for Aranea LD, but it'll depend again on like Celes and Aerith.
Yeah, and honestly, if the only problem I have with Aranea is that I saw her too much already. Like in global, she was saturated everywhere, so that's the only reason that I wouldn't go too deep. I mean, I used to like Aranea a lot more than I do now, just because of the fact that she's got oversaturated in GL. But
I know, but now she doesn't have her helmet anymore, so she looks so nice.
She does look a lot better now.
Yeah.
And then we got Y'shtola.
Yeah, these banners are going to be very dependent on how the previous ones goes. The only one that I don't have blank is for her LD banner, where I've got 200 tickets set aside. And then the other ones, like for Serah and Trey and Wakka, those are going to be very dependent on how my resources are doing.
Right. So Y'shtola is another burst feature character that I would need the LD for. So I would go probably 300 tickets. So that's why I would need to save tickets to make sure I can ticket hers enough, depending on the previous banners. So Aranea might actually not get that much if I don't have enough for Y'shtola. Because I also want her burst, possibly, because I will be gemming Serah next. Which I know that you won't be. Yeah. Because you're not a true fan. But me and Inkwelder will be.
I've never played 13.
I know, yeah. Yes, she's actually 13 too, mostly. 13, she's a kind of just a flat movement person. But in 13 too, she's pretty great. And I love using her in this game. So with a bad LD or not, I'm going to be gemming her. So hopefully I can get Y'shtola's burst as well. And so I do need her LD from the previous banner.
She doesn't have her extensions yet, does she? Or
she does not.
Or she will at this point. Oh, okay.
That's the thing. That's why we think that she'll get fixed, because she needs a burst probably, and
she'll get her burst, right?
The LD extension is at the same time, so she might actually be fixed. And then that's when everyone will be wanting her LD and burst, maybe. I don't know. But I will have it already, and I will get her burst when it comes out. On a different banner, probably.
Right.
So, yeah, Trey, I do want his LD. I love Trey. I'm a sucker for
you luck-sacked him.
And he's a sexy man archer. So I will be going for his LD with at least 200 tickets, but I won't be gemming.
Yeah, mine's still going to be really dependent on how my resources are doing, because Terra's right after.
Right, yeah. Obviously. And then so Wakka, we just skip over him because you skipped over him, and I skip over him as well.
No, I might, again, depending on how my resources are doing. But for all those banners, we obviously already have Kuja LD, but for Serah, Trey, and Wakka, I might throw tickets just depending on how the other banners go.
Right, for people planning themselves, you do have to know what banners are skippable, though, just in case. Because, you might not have the resources. So, Wakka is a banner I would skip if I need to save tickets. Alright, sorry about that. We dropped. I think Wakka felt rude and he threw a ball at our stuff. Alright, so we were talking about Wakka and we're skipping over him. Yes. Yeah, I was just saying that everyone should be wary of what banners you can skip so that you can save resources for the banners that you want. So Wakka is going to be one of those banners that I don't care too much about, so I will skip completely if I need to.
Right,
unless I
same.
want, like, you still has chance at her burst too, so I might take it just a little bit. So then we move on to
my girl.
Your girl.
My best girl.
And fortunately,
Terra.
We both have Bosch's LD already, so you don't have to worry about Bosch's LD banner either.
Right, and we both have Ami, and don't really care about Deuce. Rip.
Yeah. So you're going quite hard on her original banner, obviously.
Yes, so right here I've got 125. This is the only banner that I have 125 set to, because no matter what, I'm getting her burst. But I realized at this point, like, I might have... Well, one, I'm going to be using a lot of tickets on Mog's banner. So, but if I still need her burst and I have enough tokens because I get the premium Mog pass, depending on how the others go, like if I luck sack her LD and I do well on Mog's banner, then I might just token it. But either way, unless I get the burst on her launch banner before I get the LD, then even though Terra's my absolute favorite character, I'm going to wait until Mog's banner to keep gemming until the burst. Hopefully I don't have to, but that's another lesson is don't like, if you're going to be pulling on other banners with the burst, don't go all the way to pity, and don't use your tokens yet. Right,
even though she's a fave, you have to wait if you get her LD early.
Yeah, she's my absolute favorite character, but I'm still gonna wait. If I get her LD early, I'm still gonna wait because I'm pulling on Mog's banner.
Right. So obviously I haven't played 6, so I'm not a big 6 fan like you are. I only love Celes just because she's just so pretty and I love the way she plays. She has probably one of the prettiest sprites in the game.
Yes.
And then, so Terra is, I mean, I like Terra as well, but she's not a big favorite, so I will allocate as a bunch of 300 tickets just to get her LD at least. She's a featured burst character.
If you ticket her burst and I have to pity it, I will cry.
Yeah.
God, can you imagine?
Yeah, I can imagine.
I can actually imagine.
I can imagine.
That would fucking happen.
Because you ticketed Seb's burst, and I was thinking, like, if I have to go 125k and Res Poina ticketed Seb's burst, I will cry. That's pretty much what.
But you didn't.
So I can imagine.
You got it on Rude's banner.
I did get it on Rude's banner, but that was still a pretty rough. That was a Rude pull. But yeah, it wasn't as bad as 125k though. But
yeah, definitely not. I mean, neither of us has had to go to 125k for a burst yet.
Yeah, thankfully. Like, yeah,
thankfully.
Both of us has had pretty decent luck, I'd say. So yeah, I'm into Tillian.
We both have her LD, and I'm assuming neither of us really cares about Deuce.
Yeah.
Rip.
Yeah.
Sorry, Deuce.
Sorry, Deuce. And Mog, I don't care about him as much as you do, but he is cute, so I will ticket some for sure.
Wait, I got these pearlers for Christmas.
Oh yeah.
And I've got a Mog pearler. And it's so cute. I'm showing the camera. Mog pearler. I've got an Esper Terra one. They're ornaments. I've got a Celes one. Got a Terra one. And a Lock one. It's from an amazing Etsy shop that somebody in my Discord, Rosie Rangetsu, introduced me to, one of her friends. So if folks are interested, let me know and I'd be happy to share the shop. But yes, I love Mog. FF6 is the best. And even though I was really hoping that Mog would be a pure support character because FF6 is still missing that, I'm still gonna go at least 200 tickets for him.
Yeah. So I would probably go. It depends on how much I need for Garland, who's after. But I would probably ticket him at least 150 or something. 150 to 200. But then if I don't have enough for Garland, which I would want to go like 300 for, then I would have to save and skip him.
Oh yeah, I need to adjust my Garland one. Oops, I was trying to update it on OBS and not the actual screen. There we go. I promise I'm not lit. This is my third White Claw of the night.
Yeah, because I don't have Garland. I didn't
anyway.
pick it up before, and I might need him.
Do you have his EX?
I do have his EX at 03.
Yeah, I don't even have his 35.
Oh wow. So yeah, I do need to pick up his LD.
So...
I skipped his original LD banner already. So
yeah, I've got 200 tickets saved, but I also don't really have any other characters built up for those other ones. Like I don't have 7 EX even. I don't have Dash. I do have Young EX. But yeah.
Yeah, I do want Dash as well, but I would try to get Garland more just because he's featured in all of those fights. That's the problem. This
I'm okay with
banners,
missing Dash.
These banners are like pooling to complete content, which is something I don't advise too much, but I don't care about much of these upcoming characters inside of Garland's burst banners.
Right.
So that's why I'm trying to use my resources efficiently and just get Garland and then try to figure it out from there. I would have OK's
well,
LD hopefully.
Yeah, I mean at least for Garland, like we've got 6 characters to choose from to, complete that challenge quest.
Right.
And 2 of them being Agrias and Lena. And yeah, Agrias, Lena, and Freya are 3 of them.
I do have everyone's EX except for Ida's. It's just about, yeah.
And I still need Garlands and 7s. I don't have any of Dash's gear either, but I'm okay skipping.
But the thing is, like, none of all those units are pretty, like, none of them are carry
outdated
units. Yeah, they're not carry units. You definitely need.
But at that point, like, how
LD
difficult will the challenge
Garland's
quests be?
LD.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I guess we'll see. It won't be, hopefully not too difficult, but yeah, we'll see. Because I also, on Dash.
Right, with...
yeah, with Dash, I don't have Dash. I don't have Yang or Yang. I do have, hopefully, OK.
I have Yang EX. Yeah, hopefully we'll both have OK.
So if I have OK's burst, then I should be okay there. Or OK. But I don't think I'll do some tickets for Dash. But I have no big attachment to any of these characters. And then
really
the next one
Faris.
is Ignis, which oh yeah. I mean Faris is the one that I would want the most out of these. So if I'm running short on tickets...
And that costume.
Yeah, that costume is awesome. If I'm running short on tickets, I will be saving most of my tickets for the Faris LD banner.
Yeah, this is another section in my planner where my tickets start to wear thin. So this area will probably be updated as it gets closer to the date, because I will want to throw some tickets on the Dash banner and Ignis banners, but I'll need to wait and see what my ticket stash looks like.
Yeah, right. Let's again. Now we go to Golbez.
Yeah, Golbez. Zaddy Golbez.
He's not somebody I would gem either, though. So hopefully my ticket stash is... That's the thing. That's why I always feel bad if I'm wasting tickets, because they have to last me through so many banners, because there's so many banners I don't plan to or want to gem. And Golbez is another one that I want his LD, but not enough to gem it. I want his burst too, actually.
Yeah, I would love both, but I'm planning on doing 200 tickets for the LD, and then 200 tickets for Fujin LD. I don't really care about 9. And then I'm planning on gemming the Kadaj banner, and hopefully we'll get Golbez burst on that.
So this is where the reason I want Golbez LD a lot is because I might get his burst, because this is where I get some tickets back. I'll be gemming Fujin's banner because I love Fujin. She's my girl. And then I will be gemming Kadaj's banner as well, because FF7 Advent Children love. So if I get his burst on one of those banners, I will want his LD, obviously, for those events as well. So definitely hoping tickets pull through for me. That's why it's always nice to have a big stash, just in case. But you never know. Like, I know one of our mods in TCC, J.A, I mean, I share his rough story just for people to learn that
RIP.
You can go 800 tickets for Rude and not get his LD. So
RIP.
Tickets don't mean that much. That's why you kind of have to just limit and walk away the losses sometimes. Or gem.
Yeah, I'm not good at that.
No, you're not
good at that.
But also there's reason, because you've ended up on getting their weapon pretty much every time also. So I don't blame you for continuing to keep going. If you've always had success. If you've always had success and never had failure, then it's easier to keep going for it. All right, so then we got Bart's. This is a chance to get Penelo's LD again.
Yeah, so this is another section where it'll be like very dependent on on what my resources look like.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm hopefully...
Also, fucking Seymour. I don't want to be trolled by Seymour on that LD banner. Like, ugh.
Oh, that LD banner is awful. It's Seymour and Steiner.
It's terrible. Both units that have trolled me to no end.
Oh man, and it's not like the other banner is any good either. It's Cyan and Zell.
Well, that's the only right. Bart's LD only appears on that banner.
Right. But I'm just saying, like, in case we didn't get Penelo's LD, which I hope we probably both would have cracked.
Although I don't have Cyan, so
neither do I. Yeah, but I don't really care for Cyan either.
But still, maybe that's where you'll get Zell EX.
Well, if I have Penelo's LD, I wouldn't be pulling at all on there. So hopefully I don't have to pull there.
Right.
But it's Bart's and he's a featured LD. I will probably have 300 tickets hopefully for him.
I've only got 100 right now, and I should probably change that because we'll both be gemming Tifa.
Yeah. I will probably...
But I've also got 100 tickets set aside for Galoof.
You know what's crazy is you have Seymour's EX and I don't, you know. That will probably be where I get Seymour's EX.
He fucking trolled me. He trolled me with it when I was trying to get, I think, Kefka. And it was just, why? Fuck you, Seymour.
So yeah, it depends on my resources, whether I skip completely Galoof or not. So like if I don't get Bart's LD with like the 300 that I sent, I will just start taking away like Galoof's tickets, not for you, they're going to Bart's. And then the same with Palom's banner, no tickets for you, they're going to Bart's. So pretty much I need Bart's LD just because we are going to be gemming Tifa LD. Yeah, and hopefully we get the burst there as well.
Me too.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Maybe that's when I'll finally get Pain EX.
Oh, I love Pain. I haven't used her as much as I should have, but I love Pain. But yeah, I have all those.
Yeah, I never got her.
Just need the Tifa LD. And then we come up on, this is when we're talking about Eald'narche's burst release.
Right.
Which, I don't know.
Oh my god. Wait, I just scrolled down because I like had edited a bunch of my tickets and I'm in the negatives. You dropped again, what the heck? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Why do you keep dropping?
I don't know. I think you're dropping. I don't know why I'm dropping.
No, like it in the call thing, like it literally, it doesn't, your icon disappears.
All right.
In Discord.
Yeah, so we're good now.
Yeah, but anyway, my because of all the adjustments I made, my ticket stash is in the negatives by the time we get to Eald'narche. So I'm really hoping that I can update a lot of these ticket numbers to be a little bit lower so that I'm not in the negatives from Eald'narche through Lael.
Yeah, it's really hard to plan this far ahead because planning for worst case scenarios, we don't make enough. We obviously don't get enough tickets that much to be throwing 200 all the time everywhere.
Right.
So this is where I would try to get his LD if I didn't get it earlier. This is why I had no issue skipping his LD previously, because I would just go for it here if I need it.
Yeah, exactly.
And Noah LD.
Yeah.
I mean, I will throw some tickets there if I don't need to get Eald'narche's LD. But most likely I will be ticketing Eald'narche.
Yeah.
And then there
the other thing is, like, those two banners are just not ideal. They're not ideal in terms of like characters to use.
I do hope I get. I mean,
I don't have any of Noel's gear.
I do. Well, you might have it by now, but I also needed Eald'narche's EX, so maybe I can get it one of these times.
Yeah, I got Eald'narche's EX like very randomly, but yeah, I've got 200 tickets set aside for the LD burst banner, and then 200 set aside for Ash.
Yes, Ash. This is a banner that's kind of tough for me. I want to gem it, but I have Strago's LD already randomly. I wasn't planning to have Strago's LD.
Yeah, you got it 3 times.
Yeah, I wasn't planning to have it here.
Then you got it 3 times.
But if I have enough resources and I got Eald'narche's LD already, then I might gem this one. Just for Ash and her wedding dress and her and the burst.
So sad though. Yeah, it'll depend, especially since I mean this is the section where my gems and tickets are at an all-time low. So like if everything goes as worst case scenario, then by the time Eld burst comes out, I'll have 134k gems, and by the last Eld banner I would have -8 tickets.
You can just assume you will have
not ideal.
Decent amount more, but yeah, hopefully it doesn't go
Yeah,
worst
I mean,
case.
I do get Mog Pass, and then I'll get some costumes in between. So.
Yeah.
But as for tickets, just because I don't trust myself with anything.
Right. And then there's Iroha. Yeah. I just think she's really cool. But
yeah,
I don't
too.
know anything about her. Like, I've never played her game.
I don't either. I've got 100 tickets set aside, but that's when I also go into -8 territory. So
I have 200 just because I think she's so cool. But otherwise, I mean, I would probably do 200 if I had the amount. But
if I have the amount, then I'll do 200 for her. But right now, by the time we get to Lael, I'm at -116. So
yeah. And Lael, this is where I would probably try to get this is why I don't mind skipping Keiss' LD before either, because now Lael is here with his burst and I would try to get his LD.
Oh, right.
So you can get Keiss' LD here possibly too.
Yeah, this area will be so dependent on my resources previously. Like I can't even update what I have because they're all negatives for the next 9 banners. And then Divine Brothers comes out.
But these are like kind of the banners that I would plan around, like as they come closer. Like you're like, okay, banners, I do want like 200 to 300 tickets available for that LD featured character, burst character. So I would have to start pinching my tickets spending prior.
Yeah.
As we approach those, as long as hopefully I'm not like near broke by then, but yeah, so it kind of, obviously everything is always changing depending on how your pools go. But for Lael, right now, I would probably have 200, 300 tickets. And then Cypher, we already have both Kurisame's LD already. I would just throw some tickets
Yeah,
because
I
I think
don't
Cypher's
care
pretty
about
cool.
Cypher.
Yeah.
I don't care about him. He was very nice to me for his EX. I got 2 of his EXs and 12 tickets, 11 tickets.
He was one of the units
But
I built on a random like spur, just because I like Fujin and Raijin, and so I was like, I might as well build him.
Disciplinary committee
to complete the committee, yeah. But otherwise, I don't care too much here. So we have Kurisame's LD, which should be, and hopefully Leo's LD. Edgar is actually an EX I don't have yet.
I got a bunch of his when going for Kurasame. How did you not get any of his EX when you went to Pity for Kurasame?
That's the thing. Kurasame and Rude. I mean, 40. He curses my pools really badly. Kurasame.
That's right. You didn't get Lon and Rain.
I didn't get Lon and Rain on Rude.
Or Edgar, I guess.
And I didn't get their EX or
I
their
got
LD.
like 4 Edgars.
Wait, I might be misremembering. I might have not cared. I might have gotten his EX. I can't remember. Otherwise, I would have.
I think you did.
I probably
don't
did.
remember,
Yeah.
but
I probably
he's
did.
a little inconsequential at this
I probably
point. I
just
love
like
him, but
threw it to the side. I probably just threw it to the side in a rage of salt after the pools.
Yeah.
All right, and then so, hey, this next Transcendence support campaign, we will have Sephiroth and Wall and Pecil, hopefully, so we're all set on there. And
right, hopefully.
And then we got Forums LD.
I got 100 tickets set aside, but that's at that point I'm at negative 116 tickets, so
I have it's a game time decision for me. If I'm short on tickets, I'll skip it completely.
Yeah.
I do have all the EXs there, so if I need to build anybody, then I can also. But I think I should be set there. And then there's Cloud of Darknesses, LD, and Burst. So this is actually not a bad time to get Gabranth LD either. But hopefully we both have it by then.
I'd like to get it beforehand, but I've got, oh my god. By the end of Teuce's banner, I've got negative 398 tickets.
I will want like,
assuming all goes according to plan,
200 to 300 tickets for Cloud of Darkness LD. It's not a gem pool
I've got
for me,
200 planned.
but I do want her LD really badly.
I've got 200 planned for Sabin as well and Queen. But those will probably need to be adjusted.
I don't like Sabin at all, so poor Inkwell there, but I don't like Sabin at all. I will probably, that would be a skip banner for me because I have Gladiolus and hopefully Cloud of Darkness's LD, and I have Vayne EX obviously, so that would be a skip banner for me. And I will want Queen though. Queen
Vayne LD would be a very cool global
Queen
first.
LD is awesome, just because Queen and Trey and Seiss are the only units I really played when I played Type 0. I never finished the game, but they're the only ones I kind of care to pull for. The rest of the Type O units outside of Rem, which she made me like her in this game, but otherwise I don't like really much of the other Type O units. So Queen, I will be hopefully having 200 tickets for her.
Yeah, I really don't know what I'll have. I've got negative 82 right now.
Yeah, at this point, we just kind of have an idea what we'll do, but we don't know what our resources will look like. And then we're at Tidus.
And then, we're at Tidus.
Who's
I've got
pretty crazy.
I've got 75k set aside for him just because I was gonna go 75k for Setzer. But then I switched the tickets on Setzer and the gems on Tidus.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's really tough for me right here because
Yuna comes right after it.
Yeah. There's Yuna, and I don't like Tidus as much as Yuna. And I also like Rosa.
I like Yuna way more.
And I also like Rosa. And I also like Setzer. Just because I like Setzer from this game. So it really depends here what I do with my gems. I haven't been gemming much though, that's the thing. So I should have a decent chunk of gems by now, and my ticket stash would have been maybe possibly destroyed. So by this time I probably will start releasing some of my gems, starting with Decil LD and then Ramza LD. And then hopefully between those banners I will get his burst. And then Setzer will just be a ticket probably, unless I luck sack somewhere.
200 tickets for Ramza LD and 200 tickets for Setzer LD. At that point, I'm at negative 398 tickets. So who knows? But after, if I do 75k on Decil LD, then I'm at 150k gems, and like that's too low for my liking.
Right. Most likely you won't be that low, but yeah, it's good to plan for the worst.
No, but still.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, what happened to earlier on, like before we started the call, when I was like, oh, by the time Decil comes around, I'll have 425k. Like, where did those go? I didn't make that many changes for gems.
Did you really not?
Like, I don't think I added
That's
like
why
75k for
super
5
surprised.
banners.
I was surprised when you said that. That's why I was surprised.
I don't know what I did. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I mean, but generally, hopefully things turn out better, because I mean, when I was looking at when I planned a long time ago, and like my worst case scenario after Sephiroth would be like disastrous. I would be like 0 gems, you know what I mean? Like I had to save that many gems just to make sure I can get all of them, like that entire row. But in the end, I have like, instead of 0 gems, I have a lot more. So
yeah, you do have a lot more.
So it can hopefully be not so bad for you as well and others. So we just plan for the worst, but it most likely won't be the worst for every banner, obviously. So
I hope so.
That's why I will probably gem both Decil LD and Ramza LD, and then ticket Setzer.
Yeah, it's so far out at this point that a lot of our... I hate how late Tifa LD is coming. I need her now. I need my girls now. But a lot of these will be game time decisions. But we hope that it at least maybe gives us an idea of what our plans will be.
And then Leon, this would be probably a skip for me.
Oh, right. This is the end of the planner for me.
Yeah. Okay, so there's Leon and Jack LD that come back. You can go to the timeline.
I'll just, I won't share my screen for it, but I'll look at it.
And so we are on Leon and Jack LD. I probably will skip this if I got hurt too much on the previous banners. I would just take any tickets that I was planning on them for and use it on Setzer probably.
Oh yeah. Oh, I really like Leon. But yeah, it would depend. I guess maybe like 100 tickets or something. I'm not sure. It'll be very...
I don't even have his EX yet.
Oh, I got his EX off tickets like a year and a half ago or something. Like when his EX first came out, I got it really randomly. And then tried getting his 35 with another like 70 tickets unsuccessfully, and then tokened it. Like I was so low on weapon tokens back then. Like who would have thought I'd have like 500 now, and I could have saved those 70 tickets or whatever.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And then this is where afterwards Yuna comes.
Wait, are you gonna pull on the seasonal campaign at all? Because you don't have any of those bursts.
Not with gems.
Like Vaughn's
Wait,
rework?
I have Kefka's. What do you mean?
Oh right, you have Kefka. That's right. Are you gonna? Because
I have both their LDs, so I wouldn't pull gems at all on this.
Really? Even though Vaughn becomes like Magic Tifa?
It's not worth 125k to me. Like,
yeah, no.
The problem is like, yeah, Vaughn is really strong, but I have all 3 of their LDs. I have Kefka Burst, and you don't chase bursts with tickets. And so I have to be willing to spend 125k gems for Vaughn's burst, and I'm not going to. So you're just lucky that you luck sacked his stuff so nicely. That was like the best banner for you.
I did. I just rewatched it and I was like, holy shit, how did I get that lucky?
Yeah. So those 125k gems are saved for the next burst unit, which is Yuna.
Yeah, fuck. I guess this might be where I pick up Trey.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the issue with units come back. Like, even though I really want Trey's LD, I'm not gonna gem it for 75k previously and then now gem 125k on Yuna.
Right.
Get tons of LDs probably on the way too. So.
Wow, Gao LD has come back like 3 times. And Dash, what? Why?
Like, Dash and Gao, yeah. That's a total skip banner, so obviously we're ignoring that banner. But then Agrius, I have to gem that too, so this is where I could get Ceodore as well. Yeah. So I wouldn't gem Ceodore's banner before either. But I mean, obviously, like, this is because I don't care that much for the character either. Obviously, if you love them, then you would have missed like months of using them, so getting them earlier obviously is fine. But I'm not going to waste gems on units I don't care for that much if I can just get them on their way, on their comeback later. So
that's a good point.
Agrius LD, I do need this.
Agrius though, yeah.
So I do need to gem that one. And then there's that Shantoto Noctis. We have Noctis already. You have we have the LD of Shantoto, and we should have. You will have Terra for sure. I hopefully should.
I will have Terra.
So that's ignore. And then there's the Yuffie. Yuffie just came out very recently.
Yuffie's LD completely trolled you.
Yeah. I mean, her LD just came out in JP very recently, but then this banner we're very familiar with outside of the bursts. That's different bursts, but I will definitely have tickets for Yuffie. Hopefully she's just as kind as she was to me on Rude's banner. But in the end, I would only gem this banner if I luck sack Yuna's. Actually,
LD. No. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to luck sack Yuna's LD and Agrius LD for me to gem the Yuffie banner. Because if
that's true.
Spent a decent amount on either of them, then I would just pity her burst on those. So the Yuffie is most likely definitely tickets. And then that's...
Yeah, it'll probably be tickets for me.
Then that's the point where JP is pretty much... The rest of it is speculative stuff. So that's pretty much the point where JP is at right now. Yuffie's LD. And no one knows what Celes LD is gonna be like, but they're assuming that he's with Xande, and that's where we're at Global.
I wonder if he'll finally use his basura status. He'll finally lose it.
I'm sure they'll make it. Like, he's been so garbage for so long that
he's been such a meme for so long.
They have to do something dramatic. I'm sure he'll be pretty busted. Because it would be so terrible if they did a very poor rework in LD.
I know, it would be such a slap in the face.
Then he would be like trash for like all of eternity. Like, he's never been good ever. So even on his EX Plus release, he was just strong because of EX Plus.
He was fine.
But the other units with him were way better. Like, Cloud was way better. Even Krile was better.
Right.
I mean, there's Fang too. Him and Fang were sad, but yeah.
Oh, poor Fang.
I'm pretty sure both Zell and Fang, when they come back, they will get a very good rework because they've never had time to shine.
Yeah, here's hoping.
And yeah, that is a long video, but we are at the end of it. And if somehow you made it to the end, give yourself a pat on the back.
Yes, thank you very much for watching.
Hopefully this was enjoyable to watch, even though it was like, I don't know, an hour and a half. I don't know how long this is going to end up being.
More than that, almost 2 hours. Almost 2 hours.
And then that includes our personal thanks in the beginning as well. So I can
It'll
understand
probably end up
people
being
not
2 hours.
watching the whole thing, but if you watched any of it,
Much less watching both of them.
yeah, we're not expecting people to watch both of them. Like the only difference in our videos will be the very beginning, where we give our personal thanks. So if you want to just watch, like if you made it to the end of this video of one of ours and you don't know what's the difference in the other video, it would just be the very beginning.
Yeah.
And yeah, thanks everyone for your support again. It's been crazy.
It's been amazing.
Crazy, like feels like a long time, but then again, it hasn't been that long where we've been doing content and having such great support by everyone on YouTube and Discord and then Twitch for you as well. I mean, I'm on there on
truly
Twitch with you.
The best community.
Like I have a lot of fun with the people on Twitch as well, and it's a great time always. So all the information for both of us will be in the description below, and I wish everyone a happy new year, and hopefully this year is
happy
better.
New Year, everybody.
Better
Fingers
than the previous.
Oh my god.
All right, here's to a good 2021.
Thanks so
everybody.
much, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.